What's going on? This is gonna look familiar. Pinchot. The road's still closed. That's to be expected. I've been trying to get out to do some camping for weeks since the Black Forest Trail, which was not a peaceful camp. Fun trip. The hike was awesome. The camping was horrible because the people were partying up on a hill. So the past couple times I've tried to come out, we've had severe weather, like big weather swings, where it was really nice and then start raining, tornado warnings. There is a pretty decent sized black cloud floating around, but this is supposed to blow over. So I'm gonna hike in, just do a little overnight. I think I know where I'm gonna go, somewhere different. And I don't think it'll be too crowded because there's nobody here right now. So where I want to go, I don't think there'll be many people. And if there are, I know other spots. So let me get loaded up. I've got an hour and a half, almost 2 hours of daylight, so I got plenty of time. All right, I'm gonna get geared up, get on the trail. So I'm out to the main forest road that they're working on. And I'm gonna see if I can get to where I want to go. I'm not sure what they got closed. So take a little walk. I might need to divert, find another way over there, but I'll find out here in a few minutes. Crikey. So I got to get to the other side of this. I was hoping they didn't get this far yet. And there's really no, like I could probably cross in there, but they got that whole side chewed out. I got time to go around. I really don't want to mess with what they're doing. And they got this all. There's a lot of water running through here, so there's a good chance that even these sides here are not really that stable. They do have boardwalks across there, but yeah. Nope. Be just my luck. Just my luck. I'll get out there and the thing will give way and I'll fall in. And I'll be that guy. I don't want to be that guy. No big deal. It only took me about 5 minutes to get over here. I can go up and around, cut into the Pinchot, and back over that way. I could do that. I was hoping they were doing this, but on the other side of where Butler Run goes in. I was hoping I could get to there. But, oh well. It is what it is. I'm only still under 2 miles. So I got plenty of time. And now that I know that I can't come back this way, it'll be easier when I leave in the morning. Cool. All right, plan is made. So I looked at the sunset time, and I've got about an hour and 15 minutes until sunsets, which is plenty of time to go where I want to go, but I'll just get there as it's getting dark. And I don't know. So I got some other options. I could go to Forgotten Camp. I could go to Hines Pond Camp. Or I could go to Keller Swamp Camp. Or I know there's another red pine plantation back here. And I don't know if there's an official campsite in there, but I've always thought about making one in there. And they're a lot closer. So to get back over to where I wanted to go, to turn around and come back, it's probably a mile and a half, 2.5 miles, almost 3 miles to get down there in an hour, which I could do, but it will be getting dark. So I think I'm gonna head towards Keller Swamp Trail and maybe go camp over there. I haven't camped in that site in a few years, and it's pretty cool. I've camped there mostly in the winter, but it is pretty cool. If it's really swampy though, I might not, because I don't know if you can see the bugs flying around me as I'm walking. It is a little buggy, but it's supposed to get cooler tonight. And as you can tell by the sound, it sounds like August. A lot of the songbirds have already left. It's really, it was like overnight. They were all around, and then suddenly they were gone. Some catbirds, I've seen some cardinals. There's a few songbirds still around, but they've already started leaving. So it makes me wonder what that means for winter. If it's just going to be really cold, or if it's going to be really snowy. Hoping for really snowy. Need a good snowy winter. This is really dry, the Hines Pond. Right here. That's pretty dry. Very swampy though. Like I would like to camp here because it's a nice little campsite. But buggy. It's gonna be buggy. So I'll continue on. Head down towards Color Swamp. Alright, so I've made it down to the Red Pine Plantation Trail. And this looks really chewed up. Looks like they've been doing some work down here. Let's see. Hopefully, one of the things they've done down here is put in a bridge. Because there used to be a culvert down here. And that it just fell apart. And the what is that? I think that's not Sand Springs Run. Whatever comes out of Hines Pond goes down through there. I think it runs into Butler Run. Right up here. What is going on up here? Nope, not logs, a big pile of dirt. Maybe they are doing a bridge. Can I even get through here? This might make my my choice of campsites really easy if I can't get through this. Two big piles of dirt. Well, yeah, obviously. Oh, they're just closing this off. What the? I don't know. So I'm gonna try to get through this. Let's see how far this goes. What are they doing? I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more. Not that hard to get around, but it'd be cool to have a sign up that said what was going on. Let's get through here. I don't even know if I can get through this. Let's see. Ooh. I can't tell. That's what I got ahead of me. If I can get over these piles of dirt. Really don't want to bushwhack through the woods. I think I can get through this though. Oh, this side's super steep. Alright, I go around this. Like, it looks like this is the old road that they're digging out down on the other side. And they're just dumping it down here. Which I guess makes sense if you're trying to improve the road. You gotta put the old road somewhere. few more to go. I can get around these. All right. I mean, nowhere through there did it say that this was closed. All right. Trip right at the end. Okay. So through that, let me check for ticks real quick. I am wearing shorts. All right. And this up here is that swampy area. Let's see if I can get through that. So this is swampy. Yeah, this flooded a lot. You can see how high this water is. Keep an eye on this deadfall here as we go underneath it. Okay, this was a spot I was concerned about being able to get across, but it looks crossable. It's really cool looking. Got frogs in the background. It's pretty cool. Now, I was coming through here once. If you've been watching for a while, and I was out here, it was like June or something like that. I came out for a quick overnight, and I was staying at Keller Swamp. I hiked in a different way, and I hiked back out the opposite way I'm going now. And as I was crossing those rocks, like I just almost did right there, I went right in. My foot just slipped right off the rock. I caught myself. I didn't go like face first in the water, but I could have. All right, that was an adventure. Now, with that, I definitely won't make it over to the spot I wanted to camp. Yeah, I guess I probably still could, but that's pushing it. So now I'm on, this is the Pinchot Trail. And there's a red pine plantation right there. Keller Swamp Trail, Keller Swamp Camp is that way. Let me go up here for a minute. Now this is pretty thick in here. Yeah, that's pretty thick. I know that red pine plantation is more open. Let me check that first. I don't need water, so it's fine that it's not on water. And the water at Keller Swamp is swamp water, so I wouldn't use it anyway. I do have water. I have some iced tea and some iced coffee with me. Let's go this way real quick, because it only takes a second to get in here. And I've been back here in the winter, and it was more open. But this seems like it may have grown in a little bit. There may not be a campsite in here. Yeah, really cool in here. I mean, I can make something work. It's pretty grown in. There's a couple openings. Like right here, I could set something up right there. But nothing immediately jumps out. Although, what is that right there? Hold on a second. Let me go in here. Go this way. Do a little zigging and zagging. Is that a campsite? No. Nope. Alright, it looked like it might be opened up for a campsite, but it's pretty scruffy. Alright, I will go to Keller Swamp Trail, or I'll go to Keller Swamp Camp, and let's hope there's nobody in there. Hello, hello. Here we are. No one here. Nice. Home for the night. This is a gorgeous little site. Absolutely gorgeous little site. Oh, someone left a frying pan here. The fire pit's been moved. Has it been moved? Oh, maybe not. Let's see. Now, where do I want to hang the hammock? I can go right here. Oh, that's a dead stump. Maybe I won't go to that. I could go right here. With the frying pan. I think what I've done before, actually, I know I've hung between those two trees before. I have also hung, could hang here. I don't think I need a tarp tonight. First time I camped here, this is all snow. And I had no idea that this was like right on the swamp. And I'm pretty sure I set up my hammock between this tree and that tree. And when I woke up in the morning, you could see where it was getting all wet and the snow was seeping in. Can't do that in the summer. Yeah, this tree is perfectly fine. And this tree, I think it's good. Yeah, oh, this tree's good. All right, I'm gonna set up while I've got some light. The sun's still pretty high over there. Still got plenty of time, but it gets dark in the forest pretty quick. And I don't think anybody stayed here in quite a while. Mostly set up. I'm not going to bother putting up a tarp because they're showing less than 10% chance of rain. I've got my tarp with me just in case. So broke out the coyote pack. Just gave it a little test hang. And looks like it's going to stay in the 60s. So I've got my 3/4 quilt. But I did bring my full length 50-degree quilt just in case. But I don't think I'll need it. I mean, I would use that. I wouldn't use both of them together. I would use one or the other. But I don't think I'll need both. Or the longer one. This should be fine. I might raise my foot end a little higher to keep me back a little bit. But yeah, you can go up a little bit more. All right, I'll get that adjusted and I'll show you what I got. There we go. So 3/4 quilt, my full length quilt would go all the way down about there. So that just really keeps your core warm and your legs stick out. And in the summer, yeah, bugs could bite you through that, but I just put my top quilt down there. If it's really warm, I just put my legs on top of that. And when it cools off and I put my legs inside, well, the quilt protects your legs. I did also bring my memory foam pillow. And it's really small, but I think it's like the perfect size. And I love this thing. And I thought, well, you know, it's 4 ounces. I bet I could go lighter. So for the past couple trips, I was testing a different pillow, and I have it with me. And I'm not convinced that I love it. It's this one here. And this weighs like nothing. This is like an ounce, maybe. But it's made with Climate Shield insulation inside, like the quilts. I put, I don't know, like 3 inches of insulation in there, and it works okay, I guess, but I don't know. It doesn't offer the same support that memory foam offers. I do have my camp chair, which I'm going to set that up. I've got my long quilt, my full-size quilt. I got my Dyneema tarp. I've got my hammock chair. I've got my food. I forgot that I had my chair in there, so I don't really need the hammock chair, but I might set it up just as a gear sling. Not under the hammock, but I might just set it up like on these other trees here, just to throw the backpack in. I guess I don't need to. I can use the chair. Oh, look at the sun. Gorgeous. Can I get that sun with the hammock? No, not enough of an opening there. Nope. Just gotta be standing just the right spot, which is right here. I do have my new headlamp with me, so if you guys are curious about that, there'll be a separate video just talking about the new headlamp. My old one, my Uko Air, finally died. I've been trying to fix it for the past couple of weeks, but I can get it to turn off. I can open it up, clean it, and get it to turn off. But then as soon as you turn it on and off, like maybe 2 or 3 times, it just stays on and won't shut off. And you just gotta wait for the battery to die, so that's no good. I've had it for 5 or 6 years, so I got my money's worth out of that. All right, I'm gonna get my chair set up just so I have something to put my backpack on. I'll get my ground mat there. Get to listen to the awesome airplane. Sweet. And I assume that at some point, very soon, I will start to hear owls. And back there by those piles of dirt, that little field is where I always hear the coyotes. And there's another, where is it? Over here, there's another field. So I hear them over here, and I'll hear them over there. And then coyotes and porcupines. It's usually pretty active over here. So, all right, definitely let me eat while I got some sunlight. Always with the planes here. So let's see what I got for food. I've got Cool Ranch Doritos. Really rough now on this trip. I've got a Gold Peak Raspberry Iced Tea. I've got a slightly smushed Junior Italian Sub. Got this from I was going to go to the little place I usually go to, the Owls, but I had to get gas too. So I stopped at, I think it's called Anvo. I think that's what they call it now. Got that, so I don't know if that's going to be. It looks decent. And then for the breakfast, and then for the breakfast, I've got some Dunkin' mocha iced coffee and a very smashed up Pop-Tart bits, pretty much is what it is now. I picked up, I didn't notice it. I went to the counter and I put it down. I could feel it was all broken. And then I kind of crammed it in the pack and it made it worse, but it's Pop-Tart, so who cares? I'll just like right out of the bag. It'll be fine. I really need this camp. I've been trying to get out, even just for like a decent hike or maybe go kayaking or something like that. The weather just has not been cooperating for, it seems like, months. It hasn't been that long, but it feels like it. And then I told you guys I got a part-time job I've had for a while, and that's going south. It just got bought out. The company that was running it ran it into the ground, and now we don't really know what's going on. So it's just been like a really weird week. So a night in the woods, much needed. But I got Hemlock Mountain Outdoors, so I'm fine. But if you're looking for some hammock related stuff right now, I'd really appreciate it. That would be really helpful. So this is the headlamp I got, the Nebo Micro, I think it's called. And there'll be another video on this. But the nice thing is it's pretty light. It was pretty cheap, and it does come off of this little band, and I can put it on my wool coal company hat that I have that my old headlamp used to go on. I was able to modify it, so that's good, because I don't like wearing, in the winter you use a headlamp more, and I don't like wearing a headband that long, so that's nice to have that option, just putting it on a hat. And if you're interested in this and you want to check out that video, kind of broke down, I set up like an Amazon affiliates thing. So if you do click on the link for this, I might get a little commission off it. It's just about 8:30, and it is hammock time. Got a book downloaded. I'm going to read that. And I was going to bring my Kindle. I don't know what happened. I got the book on the phone, and it usually transfers right to my Kindle, and it didn't, and it wouldn't let me put it on the Kindle because it was on the phone. It must be something about the way the book downloaded. I don't know, but I'll read it from the phone. It's not a huge book. Oh, katydids. Those are katydids. That might have been what I heard before. I guess they can fly. I think I got around somehow. All right, well, that's going to do it for me for tonight. We'll see. I almost brought my audio recorder. I should have. Could have put it out and got some forest sounds. I did hear something moving around in the trees before. It might be a porcupine right outside of camp, so I might hear that. If I hear anything, any good animal sounds, I will get the phone out and record. Otherwise, I'll talk to you in the morning. Good morning. It is about 20:07, I think. About 20:07. And for the first time in a while in the hammock, my alarm woke me up. I was out. Really needed to camp. Really needed a night out in the woods. It was nice. I'm going to lay here for a little longer. I assume at some point I'm going to start hearing the construction crew. I'm not that far from it. I thought I heard something fire up before, but maybe from one of the houses that's on the edge of the forest. Oh, now that I think about it, probably the reason why the alarm woke me up and nothing else is even the robins. I don't know if that's coming through that little chirp chirp. Those are robins, and usually in the spring and summer, They do a really elaborate early morning call, and sometimes it can start as early as 4:30, and they'll just sit in a tree and just sing their little hearts out. And they don't do that this time of year. It's like they're resting up, getting ready to fly south for the winter, sleeping in. I hear a few other birds. I heard it sound like a nuthatch, and I can hear some other smaller birds down over there. But yeah, a lot of the birds seem like they've left already. It's really kind of bizarre. Maybe not. It seemed very sudden. Rocco messaged me a few days ago, and he's like, "Is it just me, or are there no birds suddenly?" And I kind of sat there, and I was working at the computer, and I walked over to the door, and I sat there for a minute. I'm like, yeah, no, there's nothing. There's usually all these little house wrens that fly by, and they take little dirt baths in the just the dusty dirt by the street. Oh, yep, there's some machinery running now. All right, I'll hang out for a little bit and see if I nod off, but I do have things to do today, so I'll need to get out of here eventually. I thought the construction equipment would keep me awake. It's squirrel wars over here. It was just this for like 10 minutes, and then as soon as I turned on the camera, the other one kind of became obvious, and they started fighting. Squirrels are rough. Alright, I guess I'll get up and start breaking down. Well, now he gets quiet. Alright, we'll see. Yeah, I mentioned my Pop-Tarts are a little smashed. What the heck happened to this? Oh, the Battle of Keller Swamp is still going on over here. They're in like round 3 now. They're just going to town over there. Yeah, my Pop-Tarts have seen better days. Camp is all clean. Such a beautiful little campsite. Really, really enjoy this one. It's kind of small, and it's a little small. And the trail's right there. You got the swamp right here. It's just the perfect size for one person, maybe two. If you have one person with a hammock and one person with a tent, you might be able to get 2 hammocks in here, but it'd be tight. All right, so the plan, yesterday I came in from that way. You guys situated it just the right way. There we go. Yesterday I came in from that way, but I don't feel like going back over those piles of dirt. I'm going to make the left here, and then I'll either get right on the road and walk up. I don't think I'll take the grass roads back, just because it is really humid and damp, and I don't feel like getting my feet wet if I don't have to. So I guess we'll see how dry I stay getting out of here. How mossy this trail is. Ooh, this is a little muddy. We got this really nice water crossing. Let's show you that. But when this water's rushing, it is hard to cross sometimes. Show you a little bit of footwork to get across here. Just kind of hoping and praying that these roots aren't wet. Let's see. What's the best way around? Maybe this way. There we go. Not so bad. Such a beautiful morning. A little cloudy, a little foggy, but absolutely gorgeous. Exactly what I needed. Exactly what I needed. Ooh, mud. Mud for my shoe on my leg. Okay, now I have a decision to make. Now I've got a decision. So it may not make sense looking at it, but this is the road I tried to get down last night. Except I tried doing it out there. So if I went back that way, in about 1.5 miles, I would cross this road again. This goes down, turns, goes a little ways, turns, comes back up, turns, comes all the way across, and runs back into itself. It's just a big lollipop. And this is called Phelps Road. And then when it makes the turn down there and around the backside, it's called Sand Springs Road. So it's technically 2 different roads by name, but it's the same roadway. This is part of Keller Swamp. I think it splits. And also, I think this runs all the way up to Hines Pond as well. Now, my options are this. I could go this way and just take the road and then either turn where it runs into itself and go back down and head straight up the way I came down Thirsty Hill, or I could just stay on the road and take that all the way up. Or I could go this way and it takes me way further down the main road, Tannery Road, that I'm parked on, but it's about the same road walk, but I get a little more time in the woods. Oh, there's the sun. I think the sun coming out, as soon as I said that, just made my decision for me. I will take the wooded trail. As soon as I said that, the sun shined right on the sign. All right, I'll take the sign. I'll take the hint. I was just reading a book about coincidences last night, And there we go. There's a coincidence. The Birch Still Trail. So the Pinchot Trail continues that way. And I could take that up and then take the grass road down. But the grass road is going to look like that, most likely. And that's just going to be very wet. I'd rather not do that. So I'll take the road hike. Not ideal. Not ideal. But it's about the same distance I would have had coming from the beginning of the Birch Still Trail. So that's the road I would have come up if I would have turned before I took Birch Still Trail. I would just come up that way. They all convene right here. Well, good thing I don't need to go that way. The road is closed ahead. Squirrels? I think that's squirrels. All right. All in one piece. Very good. Nice and cool in there too. All right, that's going to do it for this trip. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm going to guess that's about 6 miles I did. I didn't track the last part from camp to here. I'm going to assume that's about 3 miles. It was about 3 miles into camp. So, well, 3 miles with all the backtracking and looping and ducking and diving and juking I did. But it was a fun trip. Awesome night out. Needed it very much. Heard lots of owls last night and a few distant coyotes. And then a few things that could have been rabbits or skunks or something. Right in camp, just walking, nothing big. But I really was not awake very much last night. I slept most of the night. Alright, so I got stuff to do. I'm going to go home and get that done. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. Remember, I do have the podcast. So if you want to hear some hiking stuff, I put that out on Fridays. And if you want to hear more crazy stuff, go search for Primitive Intelligence Podcast on whatever podcast player you happen to use. Or I got an RSS feed for it too. So you can check that out. That's primitiveintelligence.com. All kinds of content I'm putting out all the time. So hope you guys enjoyed it again for the third time. See you in the next.